Alright, here we are up at the hills above Tucson, Arizona. Pretty nice day for a March, 22nd or something. And we still had some snow up here, so I figured I'd get out of the studio and do some reviews up here in the snow. What we're looking at here is a box with, actually I don't know what's in it. We've got some strategic alliances, and one of them is with Liberty Watch Radio. I'm sure you've seen some of their videos on our channel, and of course we link to their channel. Charles Heller runs Liberty Watch Radio here in Tucson. It's a radio show that's been on for decades. He interviews gun and gear related manufacturers and writers and things like that. So again, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But what I'm getting at is that since we work closely with Charles, it gives us a chance to take a look at some of the gear that he gets as guests on his radio shows. So it works out real good working together with him. And what we're looking at here is Polyfarm LLC. And we're going to take a look at it. It's a storage container. And I didn't find out much more about it. So let's take a look. First off, it's in a nice box. Taped up real well. And then I guess we're looking at another box inside of here. Bit of rip here, so maybe that's holding it in. So we got some sort of first piece here. It says Monovault 107, made in USA. That's always good. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. This looks more like what I was expecting to see. Let's bring up the camera. So we're looking at a Monovault, large polymer storage container. Some sort of a metal, I guess a lock. It's pretty handy. Let's see what else we might have in the box there. And that's an empty box. So we're done with the box. Move this one back a little bit, and let's take a look what's in this smaller box. So this must be the model 107, a smaller one, I guess. Don't want to cut anything. Oh yes, a little smaller one. Same concept, same size and everything, just a little smaller. So let's take a look. Nothing too scientific here. It's basically a giant polymer jar, it looks like. However, it's not just unscrewing. So this is actually just a lid. I guess if there were instructions, I should have read them. But make sure that box doesn't fall off the mountain here. Once we're inside that first lid, now we've got what I was expecting, which is a twist-off lid. Excellent. So now what we're looking at is a one piece. If I can get this into the sun. A one piece, no seams, real nice quality. Of course, made in America is always good too. Pretty thick. Just from my guess is we're probably talking thickness of, a quarter inch almost. The lid has an O-ring liner and about 3 threads to keep it nice and tight. I suspect playing with things like this, cold can be an issue, I guess. But we've got this kind of cover to keep those threads nice and clean. So again, Monovault from polyfarm.net, Polyfarm, all one word, .net, and made in USA. Take a look at their paperwork here. Thanks for your purchase. Designed to be a tough storage vault. Should you ever need assistance, just contact them. Looks like they've got quite a few different sizes, which basically are different heights, weights. Of course, some lawyer stuff about putting a loaded firearm into one of them. So this one is the 107. Let's take a look at this taller one. And again, now we're looking at sort of a locking mechanism here, which is handy for something that's made out of polymer. And if you saw, it just, once you pull this locking carriage area out of the keyway, boom, it opens right up. It's a piece of stamped steel, strong enough to keep that cap from just popping off, obviously to prevent somebody from just opening it without breaking in. Keep honest people honest, as they say. Now I'm sort of pulling this cover off with one hand, so the camera kind of moved there. But same kind of top as the smaller one. Pretty nice. Again, same lid, O-ring. Let's look inside. Right, we got another box inside. That's always fun. Okay, we got 2 boxes inside. That's even funner. And you get to see a little snow. Something we don't get too often in Tucson. So 2 little boxes there. We'll have to take a look at what those are. And then, of course, the price sheet type of guide. See if we can't get that into the sun so you can see down in there. Nice big one piece, no seams storage container. Really interested in this. Now this is the kind of thing that I suppose if you had a large enough post hole digger, you know, you go to the rental store, you rent a post hole digger for the day, you go out about a 1 day's walk from your home, you know, into some public land or privately owned land that you know the owner, perhaps one of your own lots, and then dig a hole as if you were gonna, you know, be putting in what, a street light or something. Would have about this big a foundation, I would think. So you use a big auger post hole digger, dig down, pull up all that loose dirt, set this in. It's polymer, so it's not going to set off a giant signature. If you're just going to cache something like water and food, you know, MREs and some water, they're not going to leave any radar signature or, you know, metal detector signature. I suspect this might, but again, if you're burying this in the ground, a little chance that you're going to need the lock on it. But boy, I'm impressed. I've seen some stuff made out of PVC pipe before, and this just blows that stuff out of the water. Now, I don't know the price yet. I'm just helping Charles out with getting some video of this, getting our first reactions. And obviously I didn't even know what this was until I opened the box right now. But my first impression is very high. I really like this one. This small one at first, you know, honestly my first impression was what? Once I saw inside of it though, I am really impressed with these. So, nice looking bolts there. Let's take a look at what's in these boxes. They're not very heavy. Got a couple of air type of storage things. I'm a big fan of these because they can simply be popped and squished down to nothing, so you don't have a lot of residue after when you open something up, and also because they're recyclable. Inside, it looks like we got a couple of different silica gel desiccant type of things, dehumidifiers. These are definitely interesting. Wow, we've got some no rust storage bags in here. Now I'm not sure if he's sending these to Charles, you know, as an example of his product line, or if these come with it normally, but I'll have to double check on that. But what we're looking at is some really heavy, let's call it somewhere between like a rubber and vinyl type of storage bag here, that they say a significant breakthrough in preventative or protective technology. They are accumulation of years of pioneering research, and it tells us that it's a 9x12 Ziploc. This one's a 12x36 6 mil, and that's all that's in this box. So we have a couple of desiccant packages, which would be important for storing in an area where you might have water. Let's open this one up. And in here, we're looking at a monovolt shoulder strap. Nice. So basically, I didn't even get to it yet, but how do you carry a big thing like that around? Looks like they've already come up with that as well. And then this is a carry handle. So I'll do another look at these in a separate video, I think, because this is definitely going to deserve more than one video. So what we're looking at is the falling off the hill here, monovault storage containers. They're a big one and a little one. They have a lot more sizes, and I suspect, stay tuned, we'll probably do a lot more reviews of these in the future.